Hey, whippersnappers, this is Tortimer the Grey. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke. I spent, just off the bat, I'm going to throw this out there, literally like 2 full weeks, an hour or so a day, grinding these stupid Pokemon to get them up to a reasonable level for today. You have no idea, because I try to pre-record episodes, so you generally speaking, except for today, if you're watching an episode, so like last week's episode was recorded a full week before that episode aired. That's kind of how I've set it up so that like I'm always kind of ahead of the game and it's much less stressful that way. It's perfect. All I have to worry about on Mondays is recording a single episode of Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke. It's fantastic. But I had like a 10, maybe not a full 10 level deficit, but we had a serious level deficit coming into this episode because realistically, our Pokemon needed to be. I'm gonna start heading up here, but our Pokemon needed to be up in like the 50s in order to get us through today. And it took for freaking ever to grind them up to that, especially considering we lost 2 Pokemon last episode. Dopey and the Boulder went down, and so like Javelin was only level 30. So I had to do 20 levels, and we didn't even have access to Victory Road yet, because we're doing that today. So, oh my gosh, it was like, as I was waiting on Pokemon Showdown Gray version, just constantly grinding. Ugh, it's mind-numbing. But we're ready to go! We're taking on the Victory Road today. One thing we do need to start with, actually, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, yes, Route 23 is a new route. And so we need to do a roll before we get too far into this and end up with a punishment roll, because that would just be perfect. 30. Alright, what's 30 say? You may only use direct damaging moves here. Perfect. Awesome. Fantastic. Only direct damaging moves here, so that's fine, I guess. I mean, we're probably not going to be doing a lot of battling on Route 23 anyway. We do have potential for a catch, but we will we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So we've got to go through all these gates, proving who we are and what we're doing here and all that kind of jazz. Ooh, you can only pass if you have a rainbow badge. I actually want to, let's throw we got max repels, that's all we've got. Alright, well, a little bit of overkill probably, but we're going to throw one of those on because the catch on this route that we have available to us, I don't want to waste on another water Pokemon. Oh gosh, I was thinking that was a trainer or something, which would be weird for this route a little bit, I guess, but it's even weirder that they're paying somebody to tread water here in case some random person happens to swim by. I mean, they've got a patch of land right here. Why isn't that person allowed to stand on the patch of land? They're like, just doggy paddle here until somebody comes by. Look, there's another one. What is this nonsense? I know this is Pokemon logic world, but still. That's crazy. They even went through the trouble of putting a little island in the water, and those people still have to tread water. That's hilarious. Okay, we still got a lot of repel probably, but let's get all of our badges unlocked, and then we can see what kind of steps we've got to do afterwards. Oh, but I'm so excited to finally be recording this episode because, my lord, the grinding. It's unbearable. It's unbearable. But it's done, which is exciting. Although it's not done. It's not done because as soon as I finish this episode, I've got to probably start grinding. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So we got to catch something on this route. Probably got to start grinding immediately after this episode for next episode, which will be the Elite Four. Because I think, even though everybody's like level 50 right now, with the exception of Luna, obviously, because she's the lead of the team and has to get experience from everything, she's level 56. I still think I'm going to probably need to be like level 60 to truly survive getting through the Elite Four. I mean, most of the Elite Four members are high 50s to low 60s sort of thing, and so I think I'm going to absolutely need to be 60. Ooh. Alright, so, this is one of the ones I was hoping to get today. And truthfully, I don't even know if I have a Moonstone to make use of Nidorina, nor... I went through some of my TMs. Okay, so, hold on. We can only use direct damaging moves here. Let me bring in Sari. I think Cut will probably be our best bet here. Hopefully she doesn't go Queen of Crits on us. And so I went through some of my TMs, and I used up the ones that I thought were the best. for the Pokemon I had already established for the team. And then I sold the ones that I figured I'd never use. And then the rest of them I put in the PC, and we will apply those to some Pokemon that we might have caught today. And I apologize, I've been sick. If you guys watch any like the Pokemon Showdown stuff from last week or whatever, you probably heard that, and you probably will hear it if you watch any of my series from this week, because I've got to record everything, and, yeah, so it's gonna happen. Alright, so Great Balls doesn't work, and let's just throw an Ultra Ball here. I'm not looking to waste everybody's time. Alright, Nidorina. Be really nice if I could put you to sleep, huh? Okay. Oh. Okay. Come on. Get caught. So we do have potentially some TMs to use on this, which will be useful. I'm going to wait and see. There we go. Yikes. I'm going to wait and see what we catch in Victory Road, because probably we'll be able to get something in there that'll fit the niche that Nidorina would, or Nidorina or Nidoqueen would potentially fill. Okay, so Nidorina, last time we had a Nidorina, her name was Cleopatra. And let's just go to the nicknames. We don't need to think of something. Let's just, this is probably like the second to last catch we're going to do in the entire series. So we might as well use some of those nicknames that you guys gave us. And, ooh, that's actually really good. Have we used that yet? I don't remember. But I think I'm going to use it again, even if we did. I don't remember if we did, but I'm going to use it, because it's a really cool nickname. All right, so we're going to name this Nidorina. We're going to name her Artemis, because that is a really cool name. I think it has some historical grounding, significance, something. Maybe it's a Greek goddess or something. I don't know. But it's also, if you guys are gamers and you haven't read the book, oh, I need to heal Sari, and you haven't read the book, Ready Player One. It's this great, like, dystopian future, Matrixy kind of book or whatever, but it's all about, like, gaming stuff, and it's a really fun read. But one of the main characters in there, her, like, handle is Artemis. And so that's a good name for a Nidoqueen. Okay, so we are now in Victory Road. So we gotta do another roll. So let's do that again real quick. Again, we don't want to incur any punishment wrath going on today. Okay, so we got a 12. Oh, we get a lot of teens lately. Thank God it wasn't 16 again, making us reshuffle that team. All right, 12. Ooh! Number 12 is actually potentially a very interesting one. Number 12, remove a random region-wide rule. That is some timing. Alrighty. I will take it. Roll 12. Remove a random region-wide rule. Other than core challenge rules. Okay, so let me take a quick look. Permabox strongest member of the party is still in effect from Silphco. So that we could potentially release Fiverr. Then we also have the rule that is that's putting Luna at the front of the party. Okay, so those are the only two we've got in effect right now. So releasing Fiverr will be number 1, and removing Luna from guaranteed party lead will be number 2. All right, so Fiverr is free on 1, Luna is free on 2. Okay, gosh darn it! You couldn't just give us Fiverr back. You couldn't give us Fiverr back. You had to just rub salt in the wound. You give me another freaking little nugget of hope, and you just take it away. You just take it away, Aaron, and you just. Okay. Whew. We're calm. Whew. Deep breaths. Okay. Great. Well, okay. So Luna doesn't need to lead anymore, which is probably good considering that this is Victory Road. We got a lot of rock types and stuff in here that she can't really do a whole lot to. Let me put Javelin up for now, because we haven't seen a lot of Javelin, and he's finally a high enough level that he's useful. Oh, and here's our encounter. And this is actually who I want, I think. Yes, in fact, it's who I want. 36. Let me throw Sari out again. Oh no! Crap. Perfect. Victor Road's gonna be fun, I can tell already. Crap. Okay, wait, so can I... Here's a thought. Because that's a duplicate Pokemon, can I say Dupe's Claws and keep trying? In fact, I think I'm going to. We're gonna say Dupe's Claws, we're gonna keep trying. Alright, so we got another Geodude. Let's do the double kick. Oh! Okay, Dupe's Claws. We get one more chance to get an encounter. Oh, guess we gotta catch a Geodude. Ho-hum. Alright. Ultra Ball. Woo! Give a nickname to Geodude. So I think, looking at the Elite Four, a ground Pokemon like the Boulder could potentially be an extremely useful Pokemon. And so I'm really actually very excited to get this Geodude. One, because it learns Earthquake on level up, as well as some other moves that'll be useful. And so, without me having to save a bunch of TMs and stuff, it could potentially be useful. So, we're gonna catch this. We caught this Geodude on our third attempt of the Dupe's Claws. Now, let's randomize and get a new nickname for this guy. Alright, and this guy's name is Darcy. Darcy, Mr. Darcy. A hard, crusty exterior, but deep down inside. What a softie, I guess. I don't know, my wife loves that movie. She loves the Pride and Prejudice movie. Alright, so, in fact, let's name him Mr. Darcy. He's fanciful, don't you know? And the Boulder had kind of a start to his name. Alright. The Boulder had a start to his name. That's important for Geodudes. Alright, so we've got Mr. Darcy, if Tortimer could not be a slow tortoise and type it out in a speedy fashion. Perfect. Mr. Darcy was transferred to Bill's PC. Okay. Alright, so we've done our catches for today, we've done our rolls for today, none of which is going to directly affect anything else for the rest of the episode, so there we go. Perfect. Now, we gotta, we gotta go into our thing, use the strength, Javelin can move boulders. Boulders. Okay, and then pop that up. Okay, and then... Whoa! Geodude appeared. We need to throw on a... We still have lots of repels, right? Yes! Haha! Huzzah! Alright. There we go. And there you are. And boom! Activated the switch. Alright, so then we can head up this way. It's now wide open. Beautiful. And our first trainer battle for today. This should be fun. Let's see. We've got a cool trainer. She's so cool. And they're Persian, which is up against... I mean, so you guys can see there why I decided I need to get everybody to at least 50. Because look, I mean, the first trainer we come up against is a 44. And I'd like to accomplish this without having to run back and forth a whole lot. I want to bring out Morden, because I taught Earthquake to Morden. Morden had Dig, and really, Morden actually had pretty decent attack compared to most other people. And so I was like, you know what, fine, great. Morden can learn Earthquake, fantastic. Especially Morden's got pretty decent special as well. And so I think she'll probably, or Morden will probably be useful against Agatha and her poison-type ghosts. Because she'll be able to... take hits potentially. Ooh, TM43, which is that one? I didn't look into any of this. Sky Attack. Nope. Nope. Alright. Let's head forward. I might double back and when I'm doing grinding and get that next one there. But, ooh, we got another battle. All right, I can see you're good. Let me see exactly how good. Let's see indeed, good sir. Ooh, you have 4 Pokemon. Not a bad start. I think a Strength can probably handle Ivysaur. Ooh, Hexath'locke. What a waste. Strength again. Fantastic. Alright, Hitmonlee doing work. About to use Wartortle. We'll Torch change Pokemon. Yeah. We haven't seen much Kalik. Let's bring Kalik in. Get all the players their due. I haven't sat down and actually strategized on the Elite Four just yet, because I wasn't sure exactly what was going to come out of today's episode in terms of catches and things like that. So I will be doing that planning to decide exactly who's coming and things like that. It's not a Hexath'locke, so it doesn't really matter. Like, it's not transfers or anything like that, so it's not as like heart-wrenching deciding who's coming and who's not. But still, I need to sit down and be like, okay, so who do I actually need to get through here? I think probably it'll be this team, but if I decide, you know what, Javelin isn't really fitting any need that Luna's not fitting or something, and I really don't have anybody to cover this hole, then, somebody may be getting benched. It'll be Javelin. No, I mean, maybe it won't be. I don't know who's gonna be the weak link, or if there will be a weak link. It'll be interesting. But I mean, if it comes down to, Javelin's just a strong physical attacker, well, so is Luna. I don't really need... I will box Javelin before I will box Luna, just because Luna's been with us a really long time. I know a lot of you guys are very fond of her, as am I. I've always wanted to use a Wigglytuff, as I keep saying, so obviously I'm pretty pleased to have her aboard. Alright, what does Meditate do again? Attack rises. Alright, beautiful. Let's do that up. Choke lands the Leer. I'm not too worried about it. Choke goes down. Black Belt's about to use Machop, Torch change Pokemon. Yeah. Especially because Javelin may not... Well, I should probably switch somebody else up, because honestly, if Javelin is going to probably be the one getting switched out, I should obviously be giving other people the experience so I don't have to spend as much time grinding. Because that would be... It would be ideal if I didn't have to do that. Because, yeah, I think to get through the Elite Four, as I said, I'm going to have to go at least 10 levels. I'm not going to be comfortable until they're level 60, because you don't get to heal in between. Like, well, you get to heal, but you don't get to, like, run back to the Pokemon Center. I've got to have just potions, and you got to have enough PP to get through everything, and all that kind of jazz. So, yeah, it'll be, I looked over at the random number generator. Still a little, not that well, I didn't really have an issue having Luna up front. Luna's pretty good, but, still a little salty that Fiverr, we've had multiple chances to get Fiverr out of the box, and keep, even with like 50-50 odds, keep not letting that happen for him, which is really kind of sad. I would have loved, as good as Kalik is, and Kalik has been very useful, a worthy, replacement, but Fiverr is, like, we're playing Pokemon Yellow version, right? Like, I would love to have my Pikachu back. Maybe Indigo Plateau, we will get super lucky and be able to get Fiverr out of the box. We'll see. I wouldn't hold your breath, but it would be exciting. It would be a nice twist there. I would be happy. I would be happy to get Fiverr back out. But again, Kalik's been great, so if it doesn't happen, that's fine. I've taught Kalik a couple of moves. Knows, like, well, I taught it double team, I think, and it knows light screen and stuff like that. So Kalik's definitely useful, and maybe even more useful than Fiverr at this point, but again, I don't really care about that. So you wish to challenge the Elite Four? Well, yeah, I mean, I'm in the victory road. And everybody who's here obviously had 8 badges, so it stands to reason that that would be where I'm going. Morden. Shrug it off, Morden. Shrug it off. Oh, yeah. What a good girl. Boy. Morden is a boy. I don't know why I keep saying girl. There we go. Critical hit. Beautiful. That's what you are. Alright. Now we'll stay in. Alright. Fly that up. Yeah. Hypnoser. too bulky for their own good. Alright, beautiful. Critical hit! Joker's about to use Kadabra. Will Tort change Pokemon? No. Nope, we can handle Kadabras. Recover. I guess that's a strategy if you expect to get hit. Although Kadabra is probably... No, I flew up first, so I outsped. But I guess if you got a Kadabra and you think it might survive one hit to get it recovered, but then you're in a constant loop of recovering. That doesn't seem like a long-term strategy, Kadabra. Get your game together. Alright. There we go. We defeated the Juggler. Perfect. Okay, so we need to go up and get a boulder and bring it back down. I actually, this last week, so I was sick for about 5 days. I was just like too sick to even really do anything. I was like on the couch, fever of 102, like consistently, it just wouldn't break. I was taking, you know, all kinds of meds to try and like control it and things like that, but as soon as the meds would start wearing off, back up at 102, things like that, and I was just like worthless for 5 days straight. And yeah, it was basically like the only thing I even did on my computer was grinding for this series because it was so mindless and mundane. But essentially, what I did was most of the time I laid on the couch in the living room with the fuzzball, and we. Now I was gonna say, shouldn't he have lost health setting up that substitute? Substitute broke? Beautiful. But I actually spent a lot of time, point of the story, I spent a lot of time watching the Avatar series. My wife and I have it on DVD. My wife, actually, this is the one thing that my beautiful wife introduced me to from, like, geeky culture, was the Avatar The Last Airbender series. Sorry, a sip of water there. And so I had bought them for her before we got married at some point on DVD, before, like, I don't know. I guess they're not even really on Netflix or anything, so, I mean, well, I think they had been at one point. I don't think they are anymore. But anyway, long story short. Okay, so there's no boulders here for us to push things around with. Okay, so we're going to just go somewhere else then. So this, I got to bring... Yeah? Can I... Is that going to work? Let's give it a shot. And so I spent basically like 3 full days just lying on the couch watching Avatar, which was nice. It's been a while since we've watched through it, and so getting to rewatch some of that. So it's such a great show, and like infinite. Crap. 1 second. Infinitely rewatchable. And so, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I think I got through, like, I think I got mostly through, like, the 2nd season, because I was also, like, sleeping a lot. So, I mean, when I was awake, I was watching Avatar, but, spent a lot of time sleeping as well. What I think I'm gonna do, though, here, guys, is, we're at, like, 25 minutes. And so I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna speed up the rest of this episode, or at least a good chunk here for a little bit, till we get a little closer to the end of the Victory Road, because I can see us adding more time to this episode than I would really like to. And so I think I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out, and I'll bring you guys back for some juicy bits maybe or something. But I don't think that there's enough in here to keep you guys' interest for a much longer episode. Ooh, explosion. That's something I can use. But yeah, so I'm going to speed up here really quick, guys. I'll bring you guys back when we get more exciting stuff going on, or at least when we get closer to the end, and I'll see you guys back here in just a second. Alright, guys. See you then. Well, hey, apparently that was the end of Victory Road. So there we go. Now let me double check, because I think Indigo Plateau is technically an area in this game. So let me, in most games, I guess. Let's head up and see if we got one more roll in us today. Maybe we can get fiber out of the box. I don't know. Let's wait and see. But item town map used. Okay, so Indigo Plateau is technically an area. Now let me just check. Let me see. Well, no, we're gonna have to do a roll here because we've got battles to do in the Indigo Plateau. And so yeah, we're gonna obviously have to do a roll here. I'm assuming it is on my list. Yes, Indigo Plateau. Okay, so there we go. So we got to set what 140, and let's just let's see what we get. 11. Ooh. Dangerously close to getting another region-wide rule gone. Buy 20 items or as many as possible. Ignore any item restrictions in effect. That seems fair, given that it's the Indigo Plateau. I probably was going to do that anyway. But let's go ahead and do that now. This is, yeah, we can buy stuff here. Alright, so let's go ahead and full restore, so we can, let's see how much it costs me to get 20 full restores, because that wouldn't suck. I can actually afford that, so there we go. Perfect. So there we go. Our roll is in effect for the Indigo Plateau. Buy 20 items or as many as we can. As I said, I sold a bunch of items and stuff after last episode when I was doing the TMs and things, so had a decent amount of cash. Pokemon League, you have to face the Elite Four in succession. If you lose, you have to start all over again. This is it. Go for it. Alrighty, guys. Well, unfortunately, that is the last roll of the game, I think. Well, it's not the last roll of the game, I guess. Potentially, it probably, well, no, we'll do another episode. That'll be fine. So after the Elite Four next episode, we are going to take an episode because the Nuzlocke rules say we have to kill all legendaries. Now, Erin said she interpreted it, she only had to kill all legendaries she came across. But next episode, or the episode after the Elite Four, we are going to take a trip to the Cerulean Cave and take on Mewtwo. We're just going to do it for fun, so we do potentially have a role in Cerulean Cave. Fiverr could be freed, but I doubt it. So, with that in mind, guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Gray, and you guys have been great. Make sure to leave those likes, comments, subscriptions for me, guys, and I'll see you all back here next time. Alrighty, guys, have a good one.